This is an event of unprecedented historic significance. The British historian Arnold Toynbee was asked what was the most significant event of the 20th century, and he said, the coming of Buddhism to the West may well be proved to be the most important event of the 20th century. Well, let's hear. So as abbot, Venerable Nicholas will be responsible for the spiritual training of all the resident monks. He's also charged with the administrative tasks inherent in maintaining the continuity of this 600-year-old institution. There are over 30,000 monks at the Tibetan monasteries in India, and Venerable Nicholas is the first Westerner to be accorded this honor. He was not a Buddhist when he first came here in 1977. He came to our center, he attended some teachings, met our teacher, and became more and more interested. After a while, he made a decision to seek ordination so he could devote his entire life, all the time, to his practice, to benefit all beings. So after conferring with Rato Rinpoche and His Holiness the Dalai Lama, he decided to take ordination. He got the okay to take ordination. And he received his first vows on March 1st, 1985. I remember putting him on the plane. It seems like yesterday, but amazing. So when he got to that monastery, it was a tiny place on half an acre of land consisting of 18 monks. Due in part to his tireless fundraising and hard work that he put in all those years, he coordinated the design and construction of what it is today, a magnificent campus consisting of monks' quarters, a dining and kitchen area, an administrative building with abbot's quarters, enough to house, educate 250 monks. Right now, Rato has over 130 monks and is growing. Maybe it's higher than that as we speak. The letter appointing His Holiness, the letter from His Holiness appointing Venerable Nikki acknowledges responsibility as director of our center, Kunchab Chardalane. He emphasized Venerable Nicholas's unique position as a, quote, bridge between the Western and Eastern traditions, between the classic and the modern. So I'm going to quote His Holiness. His Holiness said, quote, so you come from the West, you know the West. So at the same time, you know Tibetan Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist teaching. So I think you can make some constructive observation or views. So that's my hoping. That's your special duty. Clear? Of course, you supervise the monasteries, but your special duty is, you anyway bridge Tibetan tradition and Western world. So that's your special duty, responsibility, end quote. So we're not a large, well-endowed center. We have a long history in New York, however. We've presented to the New York community in the last 20 years alone, His Holiness the Dalai Lama 5 times, including 2 appearances in Central Park, attended by over 100,000 people, free of charge to the New York community. We provided ongoing classes in the classic Buddhist text. The same thing we study in the monastery, we study, of course, in English. Some of us have learned Tibetan, not me, but some have. So, in the future, with all these causes coming together, we will have more Western geshes, female abbesses, female geshe mas, male geshes. It will happen. When the right causes and conditions come together, without a doubt, the results appear. This we know. Venerable Nicholas's achievements are due in part to his own efforts, of course. He worked very hard. I was there. Much harder than I did. That's amazing. No, and he did, I can tell you that he keeps his vows. No easy achievement in this world. He keeps his vows, as he would say, impeccably. I also want to thank Reverend Roger Rinpoche, who founded the center. I want to thank the students, because without students, Rinpoche wouldn't have stayed here and kept the center going. I also want to thank Nicholas's father, who's here tonight, Frederick Vreeland, who obviously inculcated into Nikki some basic moral values. I also want to thank Alexander Vreeland, who stood beside us all these years, all this time, tirelessly, interrupting his business to help us. Thank you both. Thank you very, very much. So thank you all for participating in this truly, truly historic event. Thank you all.
I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank all of you. The fact that I'm sitting here is to such a great extent due to all the support, all the love that all of you have provided. So thank you, all of you. Rinpoche, my respects, my thanks. My thanks. And to everyone here, my thanks.